You've been going to the gym consistently for months. You've got a routine, you're hitting all the major muscle groups, you're eating enough protein, and you're even getting enough sleep. But when you look in the mirror, nothing's really changed. You look the same as you did 6 months ago. The frustrating part is, you feel like you're doing everything right. Let's fix that. Here's the thing. When you first started lifting, the gains came easy. You were getting stronger every week, your muscles were growing, and you felt like a machine. You didn't even have to think that hard about it. You just showed up, followed a random workout plan you found on the internet, and it worked. That's because when you're brand new to lifting, your body has never been exposed to that kind of stress before. Almost any stimulus is enough to trigger growth. You could have the worst program in the world, skip half your sets, and never push yourself, and you'd still build muscle. Your body is just that responsive when it's starting from scratch. But here's what nobody tells you. That phase ends. And for most people, it ends after the first year of training. After that initial period, your body has already adapted to your routine. It's built the foundation. And now, it's not going to keep adding muscle unless you give it a real reason to. This is where most lifters get stuck, sometimes for years. They keep doing the same workouts, lifting the same weights, going through the same motions, and they wonder why nothing is changing. The answer is simple. They're training in their comfort zone. The number one reason lifters stall out after the beginner phase is because they're just not training hard enough on each individual set. They go to the gym, do all the exercises in their plan, and hit their rep targets. But they never actually push themselves close to the point where their muscles can't do another rep. And that point, where you physically cannot complete another rep with good form, is called muscular failure. Now, you don't need to hit absolute failure on every set, but for the set to be effective, you need to get close. You see, when you perform a set of an exercise, your muscle fibers take turns doing the work. Your body is efficient. It's not going to recruit every single muscle fiber if it doesn't have to. In the first few reps of a set, your body only activates the minimum number of fibers needed to move the weight. These fibers are doing all the work while the rest are just sitting there, not being challenged at all. As those fibers get tired and can't keep up, your body starts calling in fresh ones to pick up the slack. It's only in those last few hard reps, the ones that feel like a grind, that your body is forced to recruit nearly all of your muscle fibers. And here's the key. Only the fibers that are actually recruited and challenged will be stimulated to grow. The ones that never had to work hard, they have no reason to adapt. This is why two people can do the exact same workout program and get completely different results. One person is grinding out those last few reps and forcing their muscles to adapt. The other is just going through the motions and stopping when it starts to get uncomfortable. So how do you make sure every set you perform helps you grow? On every working set, you want to push to within 2 reps of failure. That means when you rack the weight, you should honestly feel like you could only squeeze out 1 or maybe 2 more reps with good form. If you finish a set of 8 and you feel like you could have easily done 4 or 5 more reps, that set was a waste of your time. Once you're consistently pushing close to failure, your body will automatically start making changes. Your muscle fibers will get thicker and stronger and won't get tired as easily. And soon, you'll need to do more reps or use a heavier weight to challenge yourself. This idea is called progressive overload, and it's the single most important principle in all of muscle building. It's how you guarantee long-term growth. Before we break down how progressive overload works in practice, let's take a second to talk about tracking your workouts. If you're serious about building muscle and getting stronger, you need to be tracking your progress on every lift. And that's where Bench comes in. Bench is free to download and use, and it lets you log every set you perform. So when you're working out, you can see exactly what you did the last time you performed the same exercise. Bench also tracks your multi-rep maxes, so you can easily track your progression at higher rep ranges. And when you break a record, Bench will let you know. Bench also automatically calculates your volume breakdown for each muscle group and for each exercise, so you don't have to track anything manually. You can even set custom volume goals for specific exercises you want to focus on or lagging muscle groups that you want to develop, and Bench will start tracking your progress toward them automatically. It's the perfect tool for anyone who takes their lifting seriously. Bench is completely free to download and use and is available on both iOS and Android. I'll leave a link in the description so you can download the app. So, progressive overload means that over time, you're gradually increasing the stress you're putting on your muscles. Here's how this works in practice. Let's say you're doing barbell squats and your target is 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. You start with 155 pounds, and on your first week, you're barely able to finish sets of 8 reps. Over the next few weeks, as your muscles adapt and grow stronger, you'll be able to get more reps at that same weight. Eventually, you'll be able to squeeze out 11 or 12 reps on every set. That's your signal. Next session, you bump up to 175 pounds. Now you'll probably drop back down to 6 or 7 rep sets, and you build back up all over again with the heavier weight. This cycle, pushing close to failure, adding reps over time, and then increasing the weight, is progressive overload. And it's the engine that drives all muscle growth past the beginner phase. If you've been stuck at a plateau for a while, here's something that might sound counterintuitive. Instead of adding more exercises and more sets to try to force growth, try doing the opposite. Lower your volume, do fewer total sets, but dramatically increase the intensity of every set you perform. A lot of lifters who feel stuck are actually doing too much volume. If you're spreading out your energy across 20 or 25 sets per muscle group each week, you're likely not truly challenging yourself on every set. Beginners often make this mistake as they transition to the intermediate phase. Beginners make gains despite never taking sets close to true muscular failure. But once those newbie gains run out, this approach won't work anymore. If you cut that down to 15 hard sets per muscle group and pour all of your focus and energy into making every single one of those sets count, you'll often break right through the plateau. The bottom line is this: if your sets aren't hard, they aren't working. Get comfortable taking every set to within 1 or 2 reps of failure, and you'll continue making gains for years to come. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you, hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this.